See, I've been waiting. Waiting on that time. Feel me if you've been waiting on yours. That moment, it's close. It's close. It's close.
Yeah.
Tired of living day to day like everything's alright. Just waiting on that moment. Waiting on my moment.
Hello, welcome to the Four Corner Podcast, Episode 1, with my co-hosts Joey, Steve, and Chris. On this podcast, we are going to be talking about all different types of things: sports, movies, TV shows, and anything that you guys would be interested in. On today's episode, we're going to be speaking about the Conor and Floyd Mayweather fight, the biggest fight of probably the year, the century, the summer, and fantasy football rankings of our top 10 fantasy football players. Steve, take it away.
Oh, guys, I hope you enjoy this first episode. Basically, we're going to be talking about things we enjoy to watch, stuff like that. So, hope you enjoy. All right, Christopher, take it away.
What's up, guys? We're going to be talking about TV shows, games, movies. We're going to have reviews on pay-per-views. We hope you enjoy. Thanks for listening. Now, here is Joey.
Hello, guys. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a big sports fan. I hope you guys really enjoy this podcast. I am really excited about it. And we're going to go back to Tom here.
All right, so we all know the biggest fight of the summer coming up, August 26th on pay-per-view. The Conor McGregor and Floyd Money Mayweather fight. Everyone has their own opinion on it, about who's going to win. I think the obvious choice is probably Floyd because it is his sport, and it is MMA fighter coming to a boxing ring, and it is Floyd defending his 49-0 record against a guy who's never boxed in his life. Steve, what is your opinion on this fight coming up?
It's very, very easy. McGregor is going to win because McGregor tells the future. He said he's going to knock him out within 5 rounds. He said that about Jose Aldo and knocked him out. And he said it about Freddie Alvarez and he knocked him out. So I just believe he'll knock him out within the first few rounds. And I think if it goes to a decision, Mayweather will win 100%. The biggest problem for McGregor is he can't kick. He has a powerful kick, but his hands are very powerful. If he gets a 1-2 jab on him, it's completely done for Floyd Money Mayweather. I don't care how big golden his jaw is. I'm going to give it to Joseph to see his opinion on this.
Oh, guys, I think Floyd Mayweather is winning this. And Tom, you're wrong. Floyd is 50-0. He beat the Big Show at WrestleMania. I don't know if you don't remember.
I don't know if you count that.
I think we count this. All right, he knocked him out. Big Show's probably still dead. So Floyd is 49-0. 50-0 if you count the Big Show. I don't think.
Or if you count his wife.
Yeah,
No,
that's
they said
51-0 is Floyd. And I don't think he's losing to Conor McGregor. I love McGregor, but McGregor can't use his legs. He can't take down Floyd using wrestling skills. He's got to use his gloves. And I think Floyd is going to go to a decision with Conor, and Floyd's going to win.
So you're saying Floyd can't knock?
No, he's not knocking him out. Floyd's not knocking him out.
I personally think that I don't want to give who I want to win yet because I'm going to wait to the end, but I think Floyd's going to have a tough time. I think that he hasn't fought in 2 years. I think he's old. I think he's even washed up. Versing a guy who's 25.
Tom, I'm going to stop you there. Floyd is not versing a 25-year-old. He's versing a 29-year-old. I'm sorry.
Still, he's 11 years younger, buddy.
But listen, Floyd is not washed up. Floyd is the money team, bro. He's part of the money team. He ain't losing.
Yeah, the money team. That's why he owes about $1 million in taxes. The money team, all right. Why isn't he in jail? I got to pay taxes. I got to pay taxes. If I didn't pay taxes, you're going to be going to prison. Floyd Money Mayweather somehow escapes that, but he beat his wife.
All right.
He went for prison for that. You know what? That pisses me off.
We're talking about the fight.
Debt. He owes so much money in debt, and then You know,
We're talking about the.
you know what, Chris? Take it away before I violate this guy more.
I believe it's going to be a round 2 knockout by Floyd Money Mayweather.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Easy work, brother.
Easy work. Easy work. Easy work.
Yes,
Really?
easy work.
Easy work. He usually doesn't knock a lot of people out, Floyd.
You do realize who
that?
Conor McGregor is fighting, right? When we're not talking about Floyd 30 years ago. We're talking about a 40-year-old grandpa. Basically,
Listen.
getting in a ring who hasn't fought in 2 years. Who his dad? I think his dad even knows he's going to lose.
Listen.
His own father knows that Conor
I
is
bet
going to beat
Floyd's dad can beat Conor in a boxing match. That's how unexperienced Conor is
I
in a
think
boxing
Floyd.
match.
I agree. I agree he's
I think Conor McGregor can knock them both out in the same way.
Wait, did you read the article that I was reading that Conor got knocked out in practice?
The only thing Floyd has on Conor is that he tapped from Nate Diaz. Big fucking
Well,
deal.
he tapped 3 times.
So
Okay,
what?
put Floyd Money Mayweather in the UFC. You know what his record is? 0-49, not 49-0. I'm sorry about
All
that.
right, let me
Well,
be honest here.
He
I
wouldn't
love.
even want to be in a
Let me be
box-
honest
an
here.
octagon.
I love Conor McGregor, but I don't think he's winning this fight. I'm sorry.
I mean, the if you're gonna put money on it, you're probably gonna put money on Floyd. I don't blame
It's a
you.
money team.
He is a boxer, but I think Conor has the reach. I think he has more strength. I think he's quicker. And one little fucking downfall from Floyd, one little mishap, Conor's gonna get him
Same
right.
thing with Floyd. Same thing with Floyd.
I agree.
At the end of the day, everyone just give their opinion on who's gonna win. Joe.
Wait,
I-
wait
Here we
right
go.
here. Wait right here.
All right, I will.
We're going to talk about the press conference and who won those. Floyd didn't win those press conferences. Conor McGregor won that. All he said was easy work. And then he sent his stupid goons who's juiced up on steroids. He should be playing in the MLB,
Well,
those two.
I'm-
Because that's all the MLB is. Steroid juice heads.
All right, that's for another day.
Yeah, yeah, that is for another day. The ball's flying out
But
of
I-
the park like
wait, wait, wait,
Before
wait,
you
wait.
go, Tom.
No. Do not.
No.
do
But I
not-
do agree. I do agree with Steve that he did say easy work and all that stuff. And the only
All he
thing,
said was, yeah, easy work. Yeah, easy work. Yeah, you're going to get knocked out in 5 rounds.
and the only thing he had on him was that McGregor tapped out before. All right, Floyd, you're undefeated. Whatever. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're fighting someone that is coming from a different sport that you probably should knock out in maybe a minute, but you won't. And at the end of the day, I think Conor knocks him out in 5 rounds.
All right.
I believe.
Oh, no, can I talk? No, come
no.
on.
I believe Floyd Money's Mayweather's last knockout was his wife.
That's another thing. Floyd hasn't knocked anybody out in over 20 years. If you watch his fights, every fight he wins by decision.
Well,
His last knockout was his wife.
That's a
All right,
fact.
all right, guys. Can I talk
Yeah,
now?
you can
interrupt
go now.
me? All right. I was gonna say press conferences don't matter. All right, talk all you want, but Floyd is winning this fight, so it doesn't matter to me.
He is.
He's gonna knock Conor McGregor out.
I didn't say knock him
Put
out.
$100 on it right now. $100.
Let me get my money in my wallet. All right.
$100 on the fight.
I'll fucking hit you with. I'll hit you with the money. All right.
What do you have, stacks like Floyd Money Mayweather?
Yeah, I do. I have to pay
Oh,
my
what did
taxes.
you rob a bank?
Yeah, I am.
Well, I mean, you maybe use that money to pay his taxes for him because he doesn't do that himself. So
Yeah, that was funny.
You have anything else to say, Goon?
I just think Conor was whole classless through the whole press conferences. I mean, he had a "fuck you" suit. What the fuck is that?
Who the
Who the
fuck
fuck is that guy?
No,
That's
no,
what I
no,
gotta
no.
say.
You have children and families watching this, and this guy's coming around with a "fuck
Wait.
you" suit. On top of that, he's calling Floyd Money Mayweather's bodyguards juice monkeys. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? No, that's classless.
Hey.
You know what's funny? You know what Floyd? You know what Conor McGregor said? He's not racist because he's black from the,
from the belly
Yeah.
button down.
Well, listen, that's kind of
Classless.
racist too. Classless motherfucker. I love Conor, but it's classless. I'm sorry.
All right, but let's all seriousness. Let's all serious. Go around the table and everyone give their opinion. I'll go first. Come August 26th, Floyd Mayweather will no longer be undefeated. He will be 49-1, and he will get knocked out within 5 rounds. Remember, you heard
You
it here.
just got knocked the fuck out.
You heard it here first on the first ever of Four Corners. Joe, what's your opinion on it?
I think this fight is going all rounds. I think Floyd Money Mayweather's winning this fight. I'm sorry to break the news to you guys, but it's gonna happen.
Well, I'm the bearer of good news. And Floyd is going to lose 49-1. that's what he's going to be. Conor McGregor 1-0 with one knockout. He might as well just say, boxing's his bitch. You can take it, Mr. Chris.
I believe Connor's getting knocked out in 2 rounds. I don't see that him lasting any longer than that. I mean, he has no experience. He's talking a big game.
No experience.
And he's
no
going to have to back it
no
up.
boxing experience. Listen,
I'm listening.
boxing's not that hard.
So are our viewers.
Hello.
Boxing's not that hard.
Hello, boxing is not that hard.
Okay.
And
Listen to this. No. Let me finish, Tom, and then you can go. Because I know you agree with what I'm about to say. Boxing's not that hard because, okay, it's a different sport, but in the UFC, he's standing up, knocking people out anyway.
That's
what
I was.
With his feet.
That's what I was gonna say for my final take. That if you watch 95% of Connor's fights, he is a boxer. He is. He doesn't knock anyone out by submission. He doesn't knock anyone out by knocking him out with his feet. I don't agree with what you just said because I think he knocks him out with their fist.
Ex Jose Aldo.
Jose Aldo's a fucking pussy.
Ex Nate Diaz.
All right, Nate Diaz got
Ex what was his last fight against
Sorry,
who? Well,
Conor
what's his name?
tapped out.
Freddie
Freddie
Alvarez.
Alvarez.
Wait. Conor tapped out 3 times.
Okay, he
It was one.
tap out. Tap out. I'm just gonna tap out.
Well,
Tap out.
at the end of the day, everyone should order the pay-per-view come August 26th. It is going to be the fight of the summer, the fight of the year, and probably the fight of the century.
just put your feet up and watch Conor McGregor knock out a little bitch.
But
Yeah, bitch.
another topic that we want to get into, that majority of the United States loves, is
And Canada.
and yeah, I would say in Canada a little bit, is fantasy football. The reason why the NFL makes a lot of money is from fantasy football, and
That's another day. We can debate that,
yeah, we will also debate about how the NFL makes 95% of their money, but
which is, I think you're right here.
But we're going to do our rankings for our fantasy football. And on this podcast, me and my friend Chris over here, we actually share a team for fantasy football.
That's right.
It's called the Dingle Dicks. I know,
Jonathan Stewart the second round last year. Let's just put that out.
but
Yeah.
we can put
They
it.
had, I think Jamal Charles there. I know he got hurt, but still, Jonathan Stewart sucks. Big dick.
But wait, we may had 2 of the shittiest running backs in your league, but we somehow were
Went-
first in your league.
And went 9-3.
Throughout the year.
Oh, and you lost in the first round by, I think, like 90 points.
Well, this is a new year, and
It's a new us.
it's a new us, and it's a new thing coming up, and we're gonna do our rankings right now.
If your fantasy team looks like your haircut, you're going to finish in last.
Oh my god!
My partner does have a weird haircut, but it's okay.
He looks bald.
Well, to start our rankings, me and Chris are gonna think that I think the number 1 running back right now is probably David Johnson. Then Zeke.
Jay Ajayi going number 3.
I mean, J.J. I don't know if he's gonna be top 15, but he definitely is top 10. Then you have Bell, and you have LaShawn. But my number 1 guy this year, and people might not agree with me because he's always hurt, is going to be Rob Gronkowski. I think he is going to be the number 1 fantasy football player of 2017. I know a lot of people are going to call me crazy, but I think the Patriots go undefeated all the way to the Super Bowl, and I think Gronkowski is going to be a big, big reason why that's why it happened.
And this is why the Dingle Dicks did lose in the first round last year.
We did, but you know what? Now I'm going to pass it over to Joseph, and he's going to tell you his top 10 of fantasy football.
All right, I agree with you. Johnson number 1, of course.
You really didn't give a top 10.
Let's keep talking.
Johnson number 1. 2, Ezekiel Elliott, if not suspended, of course. 3, Le'Veon Bell. 4, Antonio Brown. 5, Julio Jones. 6, Odell. 7, Mike Evans. I think he sneaks up there in the top 10. 8, McCoy. 9, AJ Green. And 10, I'm slipping in my boy, Melvin Gordon. I hope you're watching the podcast, buddy. Here comes Steven Sherman with his top 10.
All right, you ready for heads to turn? Because they're about to turn sideways. Okay, David Johnson, clearly number 1. Reasons. Because he was the healthiest running back last year. He's been the healthiest running back since he's been in the league. He's a wide receiver running back duo. Well, last season, week 17, Any other player on that hit he took, he tears his ACL. What he has is a sprained ankle. Okay, Le'Veon Bell is a number 2. Le'Veon Bell, number 2. He's right behind David Johnson. The only reason I have him number 2 is because he's addicted to marijuana, and he's been hurt year after year. Number 3, people are gonna question this. Antonio Brown. He's number 3 because he is the best receiver in the NFL. Maybe the best receiver when he leaves the football.
So,
Wait, I'm not done.
no, I know, wait, but I agree with so far what you said, but, why don't you have Zeke?
Oh, Zeke, he took a little flop, if you want to
Just
say.
like your Browns team, buddy.
I'm pretty sure
That's
that
right.
he was the number 1 running back in fantasy football last year.
He was.
Oh, and you ever hear something called the sophomore slump? And then domestic violence. I'm going to tell the viewers this. You know Johnny Manziel? He was on the Browns. He got kicked out of the NFL basically. Well, Zeke Elliott is your Johnny Manziel.
I'm so sorry, but
Goodbye.
you're wrong here.
Stop talking.
You're wrong here.
Julio Jones is number 4. You know why? Because he's number 4. That's why. Because he's the second best running receiver. Okay. OBJ. Odell Beckham Jr. He's the 5th ranked guy, 3rd receiver. Why?
He's a bitch.
Because he's a beast.
Odell Beckham's a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
Fuck the Giants.
Well, that's just coming from a Cowboy fan for any
Yes.
Giant fans that are
Yeah,
listening
I'm
out
sorry,
there.
guys. I'm sorry to curse.
He does not deserve the highest paid.
All right, that's for another day. That's for another day.
I mean, we could talk about it in this podcast. Fuck Odell.
Listen. Odell Beckham. Since Randy Moss, he's had the most yards, receptions, and touchdowns in his first 20 games. And now his next 20 games, he's going to duplicate that, and he's going to be a beast.
Let me ask you
Just-
something. Let me ask
No,
you something.
you had to ask me something. What do you want to
Where
know?
was he in the playoffs?
What?
Where was he in the playoffs?
Where
Did
was
he
the
show up?
Cowboys? I don't remember them.
They were in the second round.
No, we're not talking.
Why?
about
Because they had a
Cowboys.
first-round bye, and they got humiliated at home by the Green Bay Packers.
Humiliated, they came back.
Now we're gonna be
All right, fuck
we're
it.
gonna finish with my next 5. Mike Evans is number 6, 4th receiver.
Just to put it out there, I just want to say I think the Buccaneers are going to have a sick season.
Yeah, they're looking nice, bro.
Mike
looking-
Evans, you know why? Because Jameis famous Winston is throwing in the ball.
I think it's famous, Jameis, but
Yeah, you
I
said it
just
wrong
named.
there.
I just gave him a new name.
Well,
Jameis
I don't
famous
think he's gonna
Winston.
take it.
How about that,
Winston, I
apples?
hope you're watching the podcast, listening to it, whatever we're doing here.
All right, so here's Mr. Elliott, number 7.
Yeah, stop.
7.
Ezekiel Elliott, the number 1 running back in the game last year.
He's going to be a top 3 running back, yes. He's going to be the 3rd running back this year, but he's 7th for one reason. Because it starts with an S and ends with a D. Suspended. 4
One
games.
Game, one game.
4.
All right, we'll see. Want to make a bet on it?
No, I
Another
don't.
100? Another 100.
No, I'm good.
All right. Bitch.
Number 8,
Just like Odell.
LaShawn McCoy. Because the Buffalo Bills offensive line has been the number 1 blocking offensive line for the last 3 years. And McCoy has those wiggle and jiggle and jukey moves.
Before Steve continues here, this is PPR league, of course.
Number 9, A.J. Jeremiah Green. The reason I don't like Andy Dalton, but
Ginger.
A.J. McCarron can throw on the ball, and A.J. Green will have a stellar year. I traded for him last year, but he got hurt for me in the playoffs, but still, beast. I traded like garbage for him. I traded Andre Johnson. And number 10, Jordy Nelson. You know why? Aaron friggin' Rodgers.
He's a pussy.
He's a bad man. I got that from Stephen A. Smith. If you're watching Stephen A., you the man, boy.
I'm sorry, Stephen A., but I'd like to tell you that Skip Bayless is the man. Love you, Skip.
So, to keep going on fantasy football, it is probably one of the most top played and games around, and I'm pretty sure that all of America does play fantasy football. I mean, if it wasn't for fantasy football, what would fans like the Jets and fans of the Cleveland Browns do on a Sunday? Because they have terrible teams and they need something to be proud of. And their fantasy football team is something to be proud of every Sunday.
Yeah, Tom, I feel you. When the Cowboys were 8-8, that's fantasy football is the only thing I can go on.
I mean, I'm a Jet fan. My partner here to the side of me is a Dolphin fan. The kid Steve is a Browns fan, and the partner over here is a Cowboy fan. But
how many Super Bowls we have had in the last 30 years about us? I think maybe one. And you know how many playoff appearances we probably have combined on all of us? Probably about 6. And you know how many my teams have probably done? 1. Because we're the Cleveland Browns.
Well,
we match our season.
I agree with you. I feel bad that you are a Browns fan. That's why
But guess what? We're the dog pound, baby.
All right, well, I'm happy that you...
Jamie Collins, Christian Kirksey, best 2 linebacker duo in the NFL. You'll see. And Deshaun Kaiser, he's gonna be
trash.
like Russell Wilson. Watch and learn, boys and girls. Let's talk about the Jets. They have me quarterbacking next year.
Anyway.
I'm Josh McCowan.
Anyway, I'm a Jet fan. I do know that it is going to be a bad season for them. I'm predicting that they are going to go probably like 1-15. But to continue our fantasy football talk,
They're gonna lose their bye week.
what do you guys truthfully think in a 10-man PPR league, which we do every single season, is the best pick, Joe?
The best pick in the first round or any round?
Joe, just your
Like a sleeper pick.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I'm loving myself Melvin Gordon this year, bro.
You're loving Melvin
I had
Gordon.
him last year.
He's not a sleeper. He's a top 10
Alright,
pick.
Steve.
Well,
He-
it could be a
he's
thing.
an
Some
sleeper.
some people don't believe that Melvin Gordon is going to be a top 10 pick. He gets hurt, and people worry about that kind of stuff.
If you're asking me about a sleeper, I think Ryan Switzer's a sleeper for the Cowboys. The Cowboys are running a 2-slot system. Ryan Switzer and Cole Beasley are going to run down that slot this year, bro.
I mean, I'm one to speak, but I'm pretty sure that if I could speak for Chris right now, I'm pretty sure that Jay Ajayi is the biggest sleeper on Chris's mind.
He just ranked him number 2, probably.
So he is a Dolphin fan, so I'm not surprised that he thinks Jay Ajayi is one of the best out there.
Yep. Right after that, the whole reason why he broke out is because he lost his job week 1.
Well, they never really gave him a chance to prove what he really was.
No, because they didn't think he would be as good. And who would have thought?
I
Who
don't
would
know,
have thought? But now you see, fucking no one can stop the J train.
man. The J train.
The J train.
The J train, man. Steve,
Just wait. He's gonna do some magical things on the field.
This is not going to be any surprise to my Cleveland Brown fans out there. The biggest sleeper this year, he's gonna be a top 7 running back this year. Guarantee it. Mark it in your calendar. On July 29th, 2017, Steven from Four Corner Podcast said at 8:51, Isaiah Crowell will be a top 7 running back this year. 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns, 35 catches for 150 yards. And you know what? No, you know what? 35 catches for 500 yards. Let's make it.
All right,
Gonna
Steve.
make a realistic prediction.
And three receiving touchdowns on the road to the Browns, going 8-8 with the new improved offensive line, with Joe Bontonio, with Joe Thomas.
All right, Steve, we get it. We get the
Get it.
Browns.
All
Get
the
it.
offensive line.
No
And
more
Isaiah
Browns.
Crowell gets hurt after week 1.
Okay,
Realistically.
Isaiah Crowell had the best efficiency running back last year.
And he's gonna get hurt
And-
after week 1 this year.
Yeah, okay, Chris, please. You don't even know anything about fantasy
Why would-
football.
Okay.
No. I'm not done. I'm not finished. I'm going, and I'm going to be continuing it, okay? Like I said, Isaiah Crowell was top 10 in efficiency last year. I think number 1 or number 2. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, the Browns were trailing in a lot of those games, and he was still a top 10 running back. A top 15 at best.
Well,
Wait.
I know, but I do agree with you. I think that Crowell is going to be a good running back.
They have a better roster. They have a better offensive line, and they're going to be in more games. Hugh Jackson, the head coach, came out and said, We want to run the ball more.
I just think
And
you're
Duke
over.
Johnson-
I think you're overhyping him a little bit.
And
And
Duke
you think the
Johnson's
Browns
gonna
going to go
be
8
putting
and
this
8? I don't think
Yes,
8 and 8.
8-8.
You're
I'm
lucky
gonna
if they
say-
have 3 wins.
3 wins.
All
Okay.
right, Tom, I don't
They're
think
going to have
3
3 wins after week 6.
I think the defense is really good this year. And I think if they run the ball out with Crowell, they'll be good. I think at least 6 and 10 the Browns will win this year. Honestly.
I'll take it. 6 and 10 is better than 1 and 15.
Even though the Jets are going to be really, really bad this year, and it's coming from a Jet fan himself, you know, I'm going to be okay with it because I want they're going to tank, and I'm realizing that, and I want them to have a good pick next year. But they are going to run and run and run the ball down your throat. And my prediction is that Matt Forte will lose that starting job because Bilal Powell has proven himself that he could be a solid number 1 running back in this league. And not that he's going to be a top 10 running back in fantasy football, but I think top 15 running back overall. And I think that a majority of the touchdowns is going to be him because they are not going to trust McCown, Petty, or Hackenberg because right now we don't even know who the starting quarterback is. And I'm pretty sure that it's going to be in the hands of a running back, and one of the Jets running backs is going to be a top 15 running back in fantasy
Okay,
football.
let me put it. Powell and Crowell, they're going to both be top 10 running backs this year. I agree with that.
Bold prediction?
Bold
The
prediction.
first
both
bold
of
prediction in
Of
the
the
whole
pro-
four
of
corners.
all four
both
podcast.
of them will be top 10. Crowell 7, Powell 10. And the reason why,
Ajayi 5.
because Powell, when given the chance, he catches at least 8 passes a game. And that's the end of this. Ladies and gentlemen, this was our first episode of the Four Corners. I hope you enjoyed. Please come back for the next episode.
We are gonna
be talking about our predictions on the NFC scheduling with every team. Thank you, and please come back. I hope you enjoyed.